Hello, my name is Sarah Almansour. Welcome to my presentation. Today's topic is going to be about X-ray imaging. Here, I'm going to talk about the spectrum of X-rays, frequency and energy penetration property. First off, I'm going to start with X-ray. X-rays are located in a band gap in the electromagnetic spectrum that precedes gamma rays and comes after ultraviolet rays. As we are all familiar with, overexposure to these rays will cause many health problems. However, when appropriate, it will also save many lives when it's correct use. There is a fixed ratio between energy and frequency at these wavelengths and is referred to as Planck's constant. As the frequency increases, the energy of the wave, that is the penetration property, also increases. Ultraviolet rays have less interference on the human body, as they have a relatively lower frequency and a larger wavelength, and therefore, when overexposure, they often cause health problems such as skin cancer. On the other hand, gamma rays are effective enough to disrupt the DNA sequence in the human body. It is possible to position X-ray beams somewhere in between these two beams. However, it is obvious that exposure above currently determined limits will cause health problems. X-rays are rays formed as a result of the electrons ejected from a heated filament colliding with a metal target. An example, tungsten in a vacuum tube. When electrons are energized in the valence band, they pass to the conduction band, then lose their energy and emit their energy as X-ray rays by radiation from the intermediate energy levels. With this technology, it can work in different areas from XRD imaging to mammography imaging of the skeleton system with X-ray, and even viewing the inside of bags at airports. The energy and interference of the frequency wave also increases. In metallic regions such as lead, X-ray rays cannot penetrate, as in all electromagnetic waves, because the reflection coefficient of metals are -1, regardless of frequency or wavelengths. For this reason, a ring on an X-ray film or a gun carried in a suitcase can be easily detected by X-ray imaging. Whether in medical applications or for security purposes, X-ray imaging starts from the same basic effect: radiation resulting from different attenuation constants, different propagation constant, different characteristic impedance, and different permittivity and permeability properties, different conductivity properties, and different frequency of the radiated waves. All of these affect the material property and wave behavior inside of that medium. Therefore, different images can be obtained by X-ray imaging. It is the conversion of these images into imaging technology by passing them through data processors through appropriate sensors. In the imaging technology mentioned in the previous slide, it is possible to categorize the different properties of materials, especially lossless, less lossy, and materials in different groups as a good conductor. The table is familiar to everyone and is quoted from the EEL 3472C EE Science 2 formula sheet. In this slide, I'm sharing my results and discussions, and I will be talking about X-ray rays benefit, things to pay attention to, one man and his wife, and the first X-ray imaging. It is obvious that X-ray rays have an extremely critical importance in the field of health and security. However, taking certain security measures is also a must. For example, it is necessary to take the protection measures of the health personnel during the imaging of the patient who needs to be imaged with X-ray. Otherwise, repeated exposure to X-ray radiation will be harmful to their health. Like pregnant women or those who suspect pregnancy should avoid having an X-ray film as much as possible. On the other hand, the security gates in the shopping malls are said to be activated only when the object to be scanned is passing through, thus preventing both security personnel and those around them from being exposed to additional X-ray. Finally, I would like to end my presentation by remembering the first X-ray film, William Rontgen. He first photographed his wife's hand with X-ray, and the metallic ring, the symbolic link between the both of them, took its place in this image forever. Thank you so much for listening to me.